What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back in the video on the channel. And today we've got it's Valentine's Day when you're watching this, and most people are used to getting those heart-shaped pizzas, which I think is a good idea, but we don't celebrate Valentine's Day here. But I did want a pizza. Got something real special for you today. I ordered 2 deep dish pizzas from Chicago. Lou Malnati's, one of the most famous deep dish pizza places in Chicago, does a service on an app called Goldbelly, which I've used on this channel before, where I ordered 2 deep dish pizzas. Got a sausage and a pepperoni. These cost me $90 to get here. And upon first inspection, I'm going to be 100% honest again, I paid $100 for these. So I'm going to be critical more than I probably should be. Upon first inspection, how these are shipped are in the very container that you cook them in, and it just doesn't have the same vibe. It also seems like it's smaller than what I remember seeing it as. $4.25 for 45 minutes in the oven, and out comes these. I can't wait to try these. I also did get this Chuck E. Cheese frozen pizza, which I'm going to try after these. It's in the oven right now, so I don't have cold pizza. But I wanted to try this, and it was a perfect time to try it. If this pizza is better than that pizza, I'm going to be 100% honest about it. But drop a thumbs up. You guys are ready to know the vibe. And as always, we do have a topic at the end of the video, which I need to touch on this. I don't know which pizza is which because they both look the same, but I'm going to start with this one. Now, deep dish pizzas are obviously much thicker than a normal pizza, but I don't know what that means. So I'm just going to... Yeah, you can just tell that this looks kind of flimsy. Okay. I hope this comes out. They say you're supposed to eat deep dish pizza with a knife and fork, but I'm not doing that. I'm from Jersey. Okay. Here we go. This is the sausage one. You can see what it looks like. It does not look like it looks on TV. Let's try this. There's absolutely no way this is the same one they serve in a restaurant. There's no way that people are going nuts over this pizza. It's not a bad pizza. Hold on. Okay. Again, there's no way that this is what they're serving in the restaurant. It tastes like the frozen version of that, and I know people say it's a frozen pizza. What do you expect? If I see this name on something, I'm going to expect it to be good quality if you're paying $95 for pizza to come to your house. It's very cheesy. It's very saucy. It's also very salty. I don't know if that's coming from the sausage. Let me try a piece of just the sausage. Yeah, it's definitely. That is some really salty sausage. It almost overpowers the entire pizza. The crust is crispy, and it does say on the directions that you're supposed to cook it until the crust is crispy, which it is. But the crust doesn't really taste like anything. It's not buttery at all. Yeah. I'll put it this way. Would I eat this pizza? Yes. Would I ever order this again? No. Not even close. Pizzeria Uno, which does Chicago-style deep dish, but it's a franchise restaurant, I would eat before I ate this. And I just truly think that they're not serving the same pizza that you get in the restaurant. I thought that they would make the pizza like it did in the restaurant and then freeze dry it and send it to your house. That's not what this is. This tastes like a knockoff frozen version to me. Yeah. And as far as the sausage version of that goes, the sausage is so damn salty that I can't taste anything else because it's just overpowering the living hell out of anything. I'm so disappointed in this pizza, I would never get this again. I would give this a 4 out of 10. Let's move forward to the pepperoni version. Pepperoni is always my favorite kind of pizza, but you had to buy 2 of them to get it sent because they're not going to send you one pizza. I guess it doesn't cover the shipping cost, which I can understand. But these just came right out of the oven. It still just doesn't really... I don't know. Okay. When you see the videos of people eating Chicago-style deep dishes in Chicago, when they have a cheese pull, it pulls halfway to Canada. There's no cheese pull on this whatsoever, and it's still steaming. I pulled this out of the oven not but 5 minutes before I made this video. All right, so we got pepperoni this time. That's much better. Much better. The sausage killed that pizza. It destroyed it. I can taste the sauce a lot more in this one. The sauce is sweet. Very sweet. Get a little bit of that Parmesan on there. It drizzle over the top. There's such a big layer of cheese on here that it's like almost too much cheese. But let's try the crust here. Yeah, crust, I mean, you would think the crust is the same. This is better only because it doesn't have that overpowering salty sausage on here. But again, it's still not great. I'm super disappointed in these. I want this to be said again. If you go to Chicago and get Lou Malnati's in the place, that is not what I'm rating. I am rating these frozen pizzas that came from there. I know the pizza there is good. This is not the same pizza. So if you were thinking of ordering these, I'm going to go and tell you no. I would rather pay to go to Chicago than pay the $90. This one is slightly better because it isn't overpowering, but I will give you a 5 out of 10. Finally, we have a Chuck E. Cheese pepperoni pizza. This costs $6, and out comes this. It's a pepperoni pizza, 400 degrees, for 12 to 15 minutes. Now, I grew up eating Chuck E. Cheese pizza, but ever since I saw Five Nights at Freddy's, I realized how freaking creepy it was now that I'm older. Damn. Again, we're rating this on the frozen pizza scale, which is what I was rating the other one on. But that was just way too damn expensive. But let's get into this and try a frozen Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Here we go. Nice giant slice. Let's look at the... Yeah, that's a frozen pizza, all right. Oh. Hot. Almost burnt my tongue. My taste buds got kind of thrown out of whack here. I'm gonna give it one more bite. Okay. Now again, I'm rating this on a frozen pizza scale, so I can't compare it to every pizza I've ever had. Only the frozen pizza. And on that scale, this pizza honestly sucks. Yeah, no, it's awful. I think you saw by that first bite, I almost chipped my tooth. I know frozen pizza, just generally speaking, has that kind of like chalky taste to the crust, which is normal, but this crust is almost like, yeah, I think this is where I chipped my tooth. It's chalky to the point that I just taste chalk when I bite the pizza. They do put a good amount of cheese on here, which is a plus. And there's a good amount of pepperoni on here also. But their sauce compared to other frozen pizza sauces, I can't believe I'm like breaking it down like this, but it tastes like if you watered down Pizza Hut sauce. Like if you took Pizza Hut sauce, which is actually like concentrate that they do water down, and then you added more water to it to the point where it's so diluted that I can't really taste anything. This is a lower tier frozen pizza in my opinion. That's my last bite right there. Yikes. Totino's is still just like way up there, which is crazy. I don't know when the last time you saw me give the highest rating be a 5, but this is that day. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10 on a frozen pizza scale. Okay, we do have a topic, and I did pay $90 for 2 pizzas, so I'm going to eat one more slice of this, even though it's really not that great, but it's good enough to eat. Okay, I wanted to talk about this because I've seen it going on all over social media. It pertains to the Super Bowl, but in particular, I want to talk about Travis Kelce. I mean, anybody with a pulse can tell who he is right now because of the whole Taylor Swift thing, but not really talking about Taylor Swift in this case. I am talking about what the cameras caught, which was him having an outburst with his coach. He got in his coach's face, he yelled at him. From what I could ascertain from this, again, I'm speculating because they both won't talk about it, which is pretty normal. From what I saw, he was pissed off. He got taken out of the game in the red zone. They gave up a turnover. He's one of the best red zone weapons in the NFL, but that's neither here nor there. I saw people kind of bashing him or saying, some people were making it political. They're talking about how he's a bad person because he did it because he's vaccinated, which is weird. And I also saw a lot of women all of a sudden now telling Taylor Swift to run because that's a precursor to being abusive. I don't know how to tell y'all this. Those types of things happen on the sideline a lot. The Super Bowl has way more cameras than any other regular season game, and every year there are way more cameras than the season before, just at every game. And if you think that coaches don't get sideline blow-ups from players, you just probably didn't pay attention, or maybe you haven't been around the sport enough. Did I ever do something like that? Yeah. One time when I was in college, there was an issue with the defenses that we were calling, and I could see something that we were being exploited as a defense. We kept making one call, and they had a call to beat it, and we just kept running it, and they marched all the way down the field, and they gave up a touchdown. And I came back to the sidelines because I told the coach after a timeout, we got to change this play call. They keep exploiting it. You know, I'm trying to, not use terminology, but more or less that's what happened. So I got to the sideline, and I was pissed off because we just gave up a go-ahead touchdown, and a coach comes up to me, and I just started yelling. I was cursing. I was pissed off. I was annoyed that I wasn't being heard. I was annoyed that they didn't really... So obviously I can't say what I said, but there were some F-bombs in there and some, you don't F and listen and stuff of that nature. Now, I wasn't 4 inches from his face, but Andy Reid did chest bump Travis Kelce 2 weeks ago. I've seen videos of Tom Brady throwing Microsoft Surface tablets. I've seen videos of Brian Daboll, the Giants coach, throwing Microsoft Surface tablets. Those kinds of things happen on the sideline. Brady, I've seen Peyton Manning screaming at his teammates, screaming at his coaches. When you're playing a game that's built off of so much adrenaline and emotion, sometimes your emotions just run high. And I don't think that anybody in the locker room or in the coaching staff looks at it like it's a big deal because you understand where they're coming from. After the game, usually once you get it's all said and done with, you'll apologize. And you'll be like, yo, and you're like, no, it just happens. And if you've never played the sport or even a sport, maybe you don't know that. But when I saw all these people making all these crazy comments about how he's gonna do all kinds of weird, the one that got me was people saying he's definitely abusive. I don't know how you draw a conclusion from that all the way to that. I've also seen that when people talk about men raging over video games, that's a precursive. I've seen people on different social media outlets when people throw their controllers and get mad at the game that, a lot of women will be like, girl, run. Y'all just never played Call of Duty. Have I ever raged at a video game? Hell yeah. Oh, man. Because I don't get it. The game cheats. Every guy just knows what I'm talking. If you're a gamer, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you feel like it's just stupid and you get mad. But that has never trickled out into my real life. I have never put my hands on a woman. That's insane to think that you would get that from that. I don't care. And if you think a woman's never pissed me off in my life, y'all don't see my dating history. It's never made me like that. That's a whole different thing. I think people sometimes are just so busy watering other people's plants and grass that they forget what the hell is happening in their own life. I know women get mad at stuff like that too. I've seen it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's just a man thing, but yeah, we're men. We have a little bit more of a competitive nature, generally speaking. That when we lose, sometimes we get pissed off, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to go home and that's so crazy to me. Look, as far as the Travis Kelce incident, I would say it's much ado about nothing. That stuff happens on sidelines all the time. All the time. All the time. Go on YouTube, go on any of these apps, and just type in players, sideline, coaches, yelling, whatever you want to type in. You'll see the difference between now and the last 5 to 10 years is, again, there's just a lot more cameras around. You can't get away with what you used to get. If you think Michael Jordan never did stuff like that, Kobe Bryant never did stuff like that, Tom Brady, LeBron James, I've seen do it, it happens. It happens. So, people need to relax. Worry about your own life. Well, I'm saying worry about your own life. When I see people telling Taylor Swift to leave, I'm just like, all right, this was the most disappointing video I've probably ever done. I didn't expect this. That's crazy. But I was honest. I wouldn't order it. I spent my money, so you don't have to spend yours. I want to do more of these just to see if some of this food travels well, so that if you can't get there, we can see if you can order this. The Magic City wings, I would say yes. This, I would say emphatically no. I'm probably going to do 2 or 3 more of these, though. So let me know in the comments if there's a place that's famous around the United States that you want to see. But we'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. The hand signs, they made it to the YouTube.